Apleys functional reach is a test that we can use to look at shoulder strength and mobility. Now, a lot of times when we talk about Apleys, it's taught as if it's a test to look at just strength, of the supraspinatus when you're reaching overhead, and subscapularis for when you're reaching behind the back. But realistically, if you think about all of the structures around the shoulder joint that might be impacting this motion, you can get a little bit more out of that. So I'm going to have Justin go ahead and reach overhead with his right hand and behind the back with his left hand. And then we're looking for what landmarks are they able to reach to. And then we're going to go ahead and compare that bilaterally to look for the symmetry. Now, if they have limited overhead reach, one of the factors we often look at with this is going to be weakness of that supraspinatus, the inability to get that arm overhead and externally rotated. But realistically, if you think about it, latissimus dorsi, pectoralis, subscapularis, if those are tight, those internal rotators can also make it very difficult to get that arm overhead in that position. Much like our consideration of the weakness of the subscapularis on the inferior hand is one of the characteristics we often attribute to this type of finding. But realistically, you've got to consider the possibility of tightness in all the anterior shoulder musculature and capsule as also being limiting factors in that particular case. We also talk about glenohumeral internal rotation deficiency, or GERD, the orthopedic one, is going to be something that would also be associated with this because it does limit their internal rotation.